Jesse, what has happened in this that causes you to think that your character has been assassinated and that you have reputational damage here?
Well, from the very beginning, if you see the way that Cindy and George spoke to law enforcement, it was point the finger at me, point the finger at me, point the finger at me over and over and over again. Somehow I had motive. I was the one watching her. And that was their goal from the very beginning, was to implicate somebody other than Casey, and it was me.
All right. When did you get involved with Casey?
January of 2005, we met.
And you asked her to marry you when?
The end of that year, December 31st, New Year's Eve,
All right.
We got engaged.
All right. And why didn't you get married?
A few months later, May of 2006, came to the end of it. There were some behavioral changes in her. She was just turning into a different person. And basically, she said, I loved Kaylee more than I loved her.
And that was unacceptable to her?
That was very unacceptable to her.
Okay. Nancy, in following this, has law enforcement ever seriously considered Jesse as a suspect in this?
Well, I believe that the local law enforcement definitely, investigated the tot mom's claims, but I do not believe that at any juncture he was a serious suspect or even a person of interest. I believe that he totally, along with the rest of his family, including his father Richard, cooperated with anyone that wanted to speak with them. They did anything police wanted from the very beginning, which is a direct dichotomy from the behavior of the tot mom. When her own child is missing, doesn't report it, and then lies blatantly and repeatedly to the cops in their efforts to find the little girl. Jesse Grund's behavior was the exact opposite.
Richard, anybody ask you guys any questions, anything that could possibly bear on this case at all, that you've just been totally transparent, totally forthcoming?
Yeah, I believe in the truth. So if somebody's asked me a question, I've given them an answer.
Yeah. Now, you received a text message from Casey as late as July 4th, 2008, correct?
I actually spoke with her on the phone July 4th. As I reported to law enforcement, she had sent some cryptic text messages the day before about her parents were trying to talk to her about something, for me not to talk to them, which I had no relationship with her parents, so I had no idea why she was sending me that text message. And I eventually called her on July 4th to speak with her about it, and she said, well, maybe if I drink a little bit later on, I'll be able to talk to you more about it, but I don't want to talk about it right now.
What did that mean to you?
Honestly, no idea, because at this point, there were no red flags that would indicate that Kaylee was anywhere other than at home.
Well, let's look at this text message. Kaylee has been missing for 31 days. She was taken by her nanny. If you know anything, call law enforcement. What did you think when you saw this text message?
It was really shocking to me, because just a couple weeks prior, she had told me that Kaylee was at the beach with her nanny, which and that's why my first red flag, she's been missing for 31 days, but you tell me that she was at the beach with a nanny a couple weeks ago. This doesn't make any sense.